said to my 7-year-old, and now plays for SD Raiders in the girls. I bleed green, so once you put on the jersey, and I grew up in Liverpool, 6 months being in this country, I moved to the area, so all I known was Southern Districts, the association, and played for Liverpool Rangers growing up, the association team. Got my first medal from a president, SD Raiders, so it's been part of my life for 25 odd years, and it's something that you just every day it's all around me, and I couldn't be happier.
These kind of games go really quick. You get out there, adrenaline's flying, challenges are coming in, moving the board, and it goes really quick. So enjoy the moment, take it all in, but in saying that, give everything you can to get the result.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Andy Favalora. I'm the president of Southern Districts Football Association. I'm also the president of SD Raiders Football Club, which is a branch of our association. It conducts high-level football, and we have ages from 6 all the way through to men's and women's seniors. The actual role of presidency has been 30 years when it comes to the Raiders. We started the Raiders 16 years ago. There was a name change 13 years ago. We changed from SD Bulls to SD Raiders, and since then we've now on our 13th year now with the SD Raiders program.
Look, there's a few things I will not share here, but something that we constantly spoken about is, there's no tomorrow. The only thing we'll have in front of us is that 90 minutes, and now 20 minutes. An opportunity to be someone else's hero and someone else's story. There'll be plenty of young kids out there tomorrow. Last time we had a cup run like this, we got beaten by Marconi, and my 2 girls were out there, and Noel happens to wear the same shirt as my daughter was, in every story of hers for the 9-10 months, and every weekend she would ask me how many goals he scored, so she was competing with him. So to do that to a young mind, to be that person for them, it's precious and a privilege, and I think these boys will rise up to that and leave some memorable memories for these kids that are going to be out there tomorrow.
Our biggest strength is our ability to come together when things sort of don't go our way, and continue to play the football we want to play. I think the depth of our squad is a massive plus, especially in our early games against Wollongong and stuff. Some really young boys were playing those games and getting the result, which shows that not just a few experienced boys, but the youth in this club is really good and ready to go.
I think they're very confident in putting on a decent show. So I think they're definitely buzzing to show people that they are capable.
That's what you want. You grow up obviously wanting to play the highest level that you can do, so obviously versing these ex-operators, these obviously the professionals in the competition that we're playing. It's a good experience. Obviously the boys are all excited, we're all up for it. I think we're all G'd.
Oh, it's exciting, man. That's what you look forward to. From when you're a kid to growing up playing football throughout the leagues in Australia, not only New South Wales Premier League, but all the way through. And that's what you dream of as a kid. You dream of not only playing against them, but playing with them and going through all those leagues as well. So excited is an understatement for not just myself, but I'm pretty sure I speak on behalf of all the boys when I say that.
Well, to the boys, I'd like them to understand that we are very proud of their achievement today. Regardless of the results, they have taken us to the next level of being involved in the last 32 of the Hahn Cup final. And from an association point of view and the area, we are most grateful to their efforts, and we thank them tremendously.
We are in the heartland of football in Australia. The southern western suburbs of Sydney and the Southern Districts Raiders are taking on Macarthur FC in what could be considered a bit of a local derby. The lights are bright, the weather is chilly, but there is not a breath of wind and conditions are looking near perfect for this one. It's the first time the Southern Districts Raiders have been to this national stage. They've taken some pretty big scalps along the way, including Blacktown City, who once upon a time knocked the Central Coast Mariners out of the Cup. While Macarthur, they are the defending holders and looking to lift this trophy for a third time. The journey starts quite close to home for them, a venue they train at, would you believe, and not that far from their regular home ground of Campbelltown Stadium.
My name's Ellen Gaffney with the SD Raiders. I've been involved with them for 10 years from when they first started. I came out of SDSFA, the association. I've been there about 30 years. If we win, man, I'll be over the moon. Go out, enjoy yourself and cheer. You've been playing football since you were 6. You've got many skills in that head. Use them all tonight.
Everyone out there, boys, enjoy, yeah? There's nothing like that guaranteed every year. Enjoy, boys, enjoy. Enjoy the stadium, enjoy the position, enjoy yourselves. You've been building that for years.
Yeah. Wow.
I think if you guys watch some of my football, we don't really change in the way we want to do things. Obviously tonight's a bit different, quality of position, Socceroos, all that stuff, but I think if you change things and you do things you're not good at, you're probably more vulnerable. So we're just trying to, I said to the boys, our same way of football, high tempo, aggressive, trying to take the game to them. Obviously they're going to push us back like we haven't been pushed before. There's going to be hard moments, but it's about weathering the storm and staying in the game. And I think as long as we can do that, we'll be okay.
While we play football is to play these big games, and I think we've all said that we really want to enjoy the moment, but enjoy it by working as hard as we can and playing the football that we want to play. There'll be so much excitement and so much adrenaline as there is in most games, and this one will definitely be a bit more than normal.
For the club itself, man, I feel like it's a family. I know that word gets thrown around, especially when it comes to football teams, but I truly believe it. I've been at the club for I think 7 years now. I moved into the club late in my career, but to come through and build friendships, relationships, and a brotherhood essentially with everyone that's come through, good and gone, and especially the team this year, just seeing everyone come through and actually push each other one by one just to get to where we are now, it's massive. And to have people beside you that want to push forward and take that forward as well, it's been amazing.
As I said to my 7-year-old, now plays for SD Raiders in the girls. I bleed green, so once you put on the jersey, and I grew up in Liverpool, 6 months being in this country, I moved to the area, so all I known was Southern Districts, the association, and played for Liverpool Rangers growing up, the association team. Got my first medal from a president of SD Raiders, so it's been part of my life for 25 odd years, and yeah, it's just something that it just every day it's all around me, and I couldn't be happier. A bit of excitement, there's that extra motivation to see if we can play at that level. And I've seen my boys play many times now. I've known some as well as I know my children. I think tomorrow they'll show up, and I don't think they'll all be that far off. To enjoy the experience, I said to them before, you missed it when we were warming up, I said tomorrow is like your informal, you get to go out there and kiss the prettiest girl in front of 2,000-3,000 people, so it's just going to be one of those things you just take on board and enjoy.
offer you unlimited courage or unlimited love. Which one are you going to take? Love. Why? What about courage? Alright? Think of it this way, and I'll explain to you the difference. Alright? Everyone drives into Ernie Smith or to go play there. See those two big towers at Liverpool there? There's two towers. Alright, if I put a little plank of wood from one to the other, would it take courage to walk across those planks of wood? Yeah. Alright, who would walk across those planks of wood? No one. Alright? What if that other building on the other side's on fire, and one of your loved ones is in that building? Who's walking across that plank of wood? Yeah. Right? We talk about being a family here, yeah? How far would you go for a family member? Right? Today, you're going to be fucking tired, you're going to be sore, right? You're going to feel... Right? Who would want to be in that position themselves, or put one of their loved ones in that position? Right? We say that we're a family. This is where you get to prove that you're a family. Alright, I challenge you tonight to be the best at one thing. Be the best at the things that make zero talent, that require zero talent. That's runs to the off. That's getting back and supporting your mates. Right? That's talking to each other. Right? It's going to be noisy out there. There's going to be people everywhere. Right? The stuff that requires zero talent is what's going to get you through tonight. Alright, and if you are family, it's easy. Because you're not going to want to put yourself in a position that someone else is going to do your job for you. Alright? You are going to make those runs into the fucking box. No matter how tired you are. You're going to get back and fucking defend if you have to. Because they're your family. You're not going to defend to it. Alright? When the call goes out to fucking press, today we're not pressing, we're going to want to hear that call. And we hunt. And you hunt as fucking. It's not this press, we're going to hunt. Because you're press, it's hunt.
The Hahn Australia Cup. What a spectacle it is and what a platform it provides. These two amazing teams before us. We've got, obviously, our contenders, the spiritful SD Raiders, and then we've got the mighty Macarthur Bulls, the current Australia Cup winners. I can see they're ready and they're almost ready to enter the field. We've got the names, Luke Braddon, Tommy Ulskok and Anthony Caceres is the new signing. SD, however, they have heart and they have spirit and they are ready to take it to the Australia Cup winners. 7:30 Fairfield Showground, live on YouTube and Channel 10. Enjoy the Hahn Australia Cup.
And here come the referees leading both teams out of the tunnel here at the Fairfield Showgrounds. The pitch looks in good condition and a hopeful crowd would love to see the SD Raiders spring a surprise. There has never been a second tier team win in a cup set in the history of this competition. That whistle gets us underway. And it is the Hahn Australia Cup round of 32. The defending champions, Macarthur FC, up against the Southern Districts Raiders. And Thomas Lovelscock is on the ball. Charlie Ragg chasing and trying to apply the press. 3 offsides now for Macarthur in this half.
Yeah, and they've slightly altered things now as well. They've gone with Harry Sawyer on his own up top. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, Sawyer, this might be a good chance for him here. Figueroa's been caught out of his penalty area. It's only defenders back in goal. And Macarthur do score. It's been a gaffe and a bit of a disaster for the Raiders, unfortunately for them. Will they hunt a second with the same fervour? Well, Talbot almost gave us an answer. Letters header. Braddon. Economidis. He's sliding a pass out to the right here. Letter. Only as far as Caceres. Rose. Macarthur trying to up the ball speed. And that's a good challenge coming in from Cox Barlow, but the afters is enough to lead to a free kick. Some 6 or 7 metres from the edge of the box.
Get it in the mixer. That would be the shout from Mile. Jazz.
Can they find something in a free kick? Bratton whips it in, and that's an own goal. It's really unfortunate for the Raiders. Cooper Hannigan was up highest, and I suspect it's his header, which we will be credited against the score sheet. Bratton's free kick proves too spicy to deal with, and it's 2-0 to Macarthur.
Yeah, great delivery. Definitely forced the issue. A little touch here, and yeah, that's unfortunate for Letta. And the game really in the last 3 minutes is turned fully in Macarthur's favour now, and it's all uphill now for SD Raiders, unfortunately.
Whistle in the mouth for the referee, and at half-time it is Macarthur firmly in control. The cup holders put out a solid first 45. With that said, it wasn't the most convincing first half an hour, Roy O'Donovan, but they did make it a game very much their own, with 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes just after the half-hour mark. We will analyse and discuss it all during the half-time break, because right now it is Southern District Raiders 0, Macarthur FC 2.
Everything that we spoke about, we're doing the opposite. We said to make it hard, we're giving it to them. Giving it to them. We make mistakes that, irrespective of the occasion, we shouldn't make. Yeah? That's not good enough from us. Whether it's the occasion that people... You want to play football? That's what you're going to deal with every week. So you can't come in and make excuses and end up, because you don't get that time back then. Let them play with the ball. They want to play with the ball and keep possession and little pop 1-2. And they can do that on the halfway line. They're not going to score from there. Don't panic because you don't have the ball. We knew today they were going to be the football team. We said it. And when we win it, and when we have it, why give it back to them? You give it a straight back. We're trying the long ball. Even the long ball. For Christ's sake, gents, put it over the top of them. If you're gonna kick it over the top of them so they don't have to run back and get it. Don't kick it half hard and not sure what you're gonna do, because all they're doing is walking onto the ball and they're playing again. And they're getting another chance. And we get the ball, we give it away, they get the ball again, and they play again.
To go along, we can't get these balls. They don't work. You have to get it. Krestovic, get the ball in when he has to be on a turn and cheat up here so we can get the ball into space. We're going to go along. What we're doing is kicking it straight at the stupid Himes on the head and picking it up. It's not going to work. 3 balls. He has to get in here. But we don't need to do that. Every time we started driving, things started opening up. And it's just a pass that's letting us down, and then a set underneath. In a minute, we'll change. We'll get it back 4. Noel's going to come off now at halftime, and then we're going to make some changes. We got to go for it. Okay? Before that, we were comfortable. Okay? We were comfortable. They had the ball, but they weren't causing any trouble. They weren't causing any trouble. We got to get our 6s, because we're going to get it back to 4-2-3-1 to get on the ball. And if we're going to chase and we get comfortable, then one of them is going to step or come off, and we're going to put a second 10. Okay? Just play. Every time one of you at the back, okay, crosses twice or once, they only almost got it back post. Remember, they get a ball in here, we got to fucking close down. Don't dive in, don't jump in. Just make, forcing down the line, or he has to turn and get back. And then we step our line and we go again. Okay? Now, it's 2-0, it's finished. Done. We can, I can scream, I can kick, I can do, that's not going to happen. That's it. Okay? The aim is to go out there next half. At worst case scenario, we'll all try to get one, get them to panic. With 10 minutes to go, if we're 2-1, we'll have another crack at it. But we can't be giving away the charity, man. 2-1, we get away. Even the one that hit the crossbar and was ricocheted, people diving in and they get a shot off. Come on. You don't got anything to say?
Cheering because they've had a great turnout here, the Raiders, and you can't help but think that as we get the second half underway, that if they do go on to win promotion in NPL New South Wales at the end of the winter season, that maybe a lot of these fans will be coming back to enjoy watching them play in the future. You know, he didn't have to wait for a big man's chance there. We saw him have one looping header in the first half, but that was just fairly conventional centre-forward play, wasn't it?
No, absolutely. He's kept himself on side, which was probably what Mile would have been saying at half-time. You've been cut off once or twice too many. He's kept himself on side.
Rag was encouraging to his teammates, but they only went backwards to go forwards here. Macarthur cut inside. Politides. And he's played through Sawyer. Sawyer one-on-one, and he buries the finish. Appeals for offside from the Raiders defence, but the flag stays down, and Harrison Sawyer makes it 3-0 to Macarthur. The cut back into the middle. Will it set up kindly? It won't. Everett is first to the ball. And he's able to shimmy away to the left side of the penalty area he's defending. Long pass will be reined in though by Brad. Good stand-up defending from Hannigan. Everett. He's going to shoot from distance.
Oh.
Curto, who's been a spectator until this point of the second half, and he didn't need the arms in the end and watched it flash wide of the post. Hannigan. Bold dash initially, but came unstuck at the feet of Rose. And now Caceres, as fast as we've seen him sprint all game, sends it to Bosniak on the right. Bosniak. And Economides finds a way through. It's set up nicely for him. And Chris Economides nets at the right-hand post to make it 4-0.
Yeah, and Bosniak just on the park. Turnover from Raiders. Comes to Bosniak. A little bit of trickery on the right wing. Goes through the legs, and you got to say, like, Economides unmarked in the box. That's criminal defending.
Oh, I think we set up initially to, we knew they're going to have quality and have the ball, but we weren't going to be rattled by, so we're going to sit in our block in the right moments, trying to press and take the game to them. But when they had the ball, just sit in our numbers, get into 5-4-1, try to force them out wide, with possession, and then try to play quickly, because we did have a couple of quick guys up top. At the same time, we do whoever's a finalist, whether we're playing the Australia, whether it's Sparta for the next 3 games, we're focusing on us, and we know what we can do when we turn up.
I guess I watch a lot of guys read a lot of books, and a lot of great minds of football will tell you that the game is unpredictable. We'll leave most time on time. Well, you haven't taken all the talent yet, there's plenty left.
Slid away off his stretch right foot down to the goalkeeper, Philip Curto.
Philip Curto must be colder than you and me here, Theo.
Well, he's a pretty cool customer. We know that when he's on, he can produce, I think, the best individual game you'll see from a goalkeeper for the season, maybe even from a player for the entire season. Curto, tonight's not been one of those nights where he's been needed too much. The ball's going to sit up here, and it is a goal in Macarthur colours for Anthony Caceres. He drives it through the penalty area chaos, and Macarthur continue to build the score. They have not let up tonight, and Anthony Caceres adds his name to the scorers.
He looks like he's played with Macarthur all his life. They got to the end line. Lucky to come back to him. But he was there, Johnny on the spot, and he took it well. Lovely little cut back, Zayn Helwa.
Just a little bit too deep. The Macarthur defenders closed ranks around the ball and were able to clear it. And they don't even concede a corner kick. They want to give up nothing at the end of the night here. His feet for a shot. Kasevic, can he find a teammate? He wants to wheel around and face, and ultimately he runs out of room against the line.
Best passage of play though, the whole game I would say for SD Raiders. They moved the ball at pace, they switched it, they got in behind, they got a cross in the box. I actually think sometimes you make substitutions in a game, it can ruin the flow, but if anything it's kind of added something to Raiders.
Caceres, they're both going to play the full game tonight. The centre midfield pair, and the cup defence couldn't have started much better for Macarthur FC. The holders advance with 5 goals to their name, 2 in a 4-minute burst in the first half, put them in control, and then Harry Sawyer's third 4 minutes into the second half. Here is the finale for the Southern Districts Raiders. They still have promotion to go and chase in Football New South Wales League 1. They were game opposition tonight, but ultimately it's Macarthur FC, the holders, that go.
Proud of you for getting this far. Don't get me wrong, we're all proud. But that's not good enough. You need to hear it, and you need to know it, and you need to feel it. Yeah, you've got 4 days now, 5 games left, and we need to turn it around because we have a season to play for. But that's what you're chasing, okay? That's what you're chasing. The only difference was, and second half, they play the same formation as us, is when they do their little switch, it's perfect time. When they do the little layoff, it's crisp to our feet. When they play the 6, it's not a mirror here, it's mirror there, it's straight to their feet. That's the difference, boys. The difference is this. But you know how hard you have to work to make that difference? Hell hard, okay? So now when we do our little passing practices on a crappy pitch and you go down like that, and no one gets upset, you're not going to reach 0-5, you know. Could we play better today? Fuck, till 33rd minute. Yeah, they had the ball, they had nothing. We gave them 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes. We gave them those goals. And then it was always going to be. Okay? They could be even more patient, they could be more, they could play through it because it's happened. We talked about staying in the game, we didn't stay in the game. That was the problem. Okay? So, that's okay. Learn from it, recover, we go again. Clap the crowd, thank everybody, shake all the hands, don't rush.
The whole, like this whole year's been like super special. The whole night experience, even though we got beaten in the Hahn Australian Cup, having almost 3,000 people there, sitting kids everywhere, people celebrating, community, you know, the local clubs doing the march. Like, it's just been overwhelming, right, to see how far the team has come, how well we've done, how well the community is engaged, how many people are, you know, active out there, having friendships, you know, not spending their hours on screens. Now, if the club goes on to the next thing, get promoted, for this area to have a club in NPL1 with youth in NPL1 and seniors in NPL1, that gives you you know, a brand, the SD Raiders, which is a good brand, a whole nother level, a whole nother exposure, a whole nother attraction. We'll probably have to do a lot of work in off-season to sort of get up to speed, different planning, different you know, pre-season routine, all that stuff. But you know, it's a challenge that I think myself and the playing group and everyone else at the club is looking forward to, and we'll take with both hands.
Another cup run is inevitable, promotion is inevitable, it's just a matter of time of when we get it done. And I think it's just continuing to take strides in the direction that we are. I think the club's in a great position from juniors all the way through to men's, and the women's are doing really well as well. So I think it's just a continuation of what we're doing right now, one step at a time, but the pathway is definitely there.
In our hands, really. If we win all 4 games, we'll be up there. So, but I don't try to sort of put that on them. It's whatever they told you. I only worry about we've got Bulls this week. It's Bulls until that game's finished. There's no other distractions. I'm not thinking about following week. I'm not thinking about what the session's going to look like. None of that. It's one game at a time. One training session.
This time the Raiders showing restraint, showing patience, and well, of course, as I say that, they launch one forward. Here's Eames for the Central Coast Mariners. Small. Under a bit of pressure, does well enough to free his feet and drive it forward towards Brantman, who is the wall pass for Rose. First time ball, though, is picked out. Passing lanes occupied once again. Now Marchich striding forward and striking! Oh, my word! It's magnificent! It's magical! It is Mihail Marchich at his absolute best! Striking from all of about 30 yards! A wave of the wand of that right crucifix. Kept 5 at the back. They take it short as one would expect. McHugh Shaw can't hold it in the corner for long enough though. The Mariners just about emerge with it. Eames, Mutakoi, perhaps one last roll of the dice here for the Mariners. One last opportunity denied by Bevan, who sends it forward, and that will be that here at Fluham Park. The Southern District Raiders reach the summit of the New South Wales League system. The Southern District Raiders promoted to the top flight for the first time in their history. History makers here on the Central Coast. After a grueling 32-week campaign and very few wouldn't begrudge them a deserved promotion for Goran Lavoya's side this season. They have been absolutely insatiable for 2025. In 2026, we'll see them in the NPL top flight. For the Central Coast Mariners, it's disappointment, it's heartbreak, it's agony.